So, I believe they just wanted a general reading because they didn't really have a question for me. And they also gave me permission to post this public to my YouTube channel. So, this is also messages for you as well, okay? So I'm going to start reading the plate and see what's happening here. So, I feel like some of you are very overwhelmed with your emotions right now. It may be a lot you're dealing with or going through personally. It feels as though you can't really bottle things anymore. Okay? I feel like you're desperate for answers, like you just really want a solution to a problem right now, even though it's not really clear in your face. I think it's gonna take place. I think you just have to give it some more time and meditate more on it. You know, a lot of times when we're desperate for answers, we have to kind of sleep on it more. You know, we shouldn't be rushing the decision. But there's something, maybe an opportunity that could be around the corner for you if you're willing to wait and sacrifice some of your time. But again, the key word here really and truly is your patience. Your patience will determine how well things work for you, okay? So, here's your coffee cup. You could pause and reflect on anything that really draws your attention here, okay? So, let me begin. And to book your own coffee cup reading with me, TonyBomboni.com. Links in the description and the comment section. Okay, make sure you use coupon code Tony2 for 20% off. Alright, I offer 15-minute and 30-minute coffee cup readings and other style of readings as well, okay? Alright, so let's begin, shall we? I feel like I need to put an extra pillow behind me or something because I have a weird back, like all my life, so I need extra comfort and support. That maybe helps a little bit. So there's a friendly connection here. You're talking with somebody and you're really coming to terms with how peaceful it's getting. Like maybe things were kind of bumpy on and off with this person for a while. And now it's really getting to be a much stronger connection, like actually a more enjoyable, loving one. But there's still like a third person involved, and it's like they're always lurking in the background. You know, maybe you're just trying to enjoy your relationship with this person, and then the ex is always lurking in the corner. Do you know what I'm saying? And that can, prevent you from really enjoying being with that person, you know. So, so this is kind of giving me like November energies right now, and it's showing me sort of again as a precursor, pre-warning, like the Great Divide is what I keep hearing with this. And I don't know why I feel or get like the impression of an earthquake with this as well. That a lot of people could maybe experience or feel the rumble or shake of, allegedly, you know, entertainment purposes only. But the lasting ripple effects shall be felt through January into next year. So it's very hard to say what this huge monumental quake or event will be, but I feel to say as though this will have lasting implications for society and the way we function and the way we socialize and communicate. So what is that big shakeup in your life? You know, what is that thing that is really causing a stir in your reality, causing you to somehow, I hear, even like forget about yourself? What is distracting you? What is something that maybe you need to spend less time doing? That shakeup is gonna kind of take over and tell you like, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing, not this, you know? Something around, I would say, probably, it's not giving a month, but it could be January, it could be February, where it's like, oh, that happened a lot faster than I thought it would have happened, you know? And it brings a lot of joy and happiness. I see a lot of happiness in March for you as well, okay? So if you're confused with these coffee readings, I do tend to look a year out, so we're already able to see through June of next year. But sometimes it can be harder to see further out, like 5, 10 years, 15, 20 years, you know? Because so many things are occurring, it's very hard to read into that far future energy. I can mostly do pretty well, pretty accurately, like within the next several months to come. And sometimes even that gets a little bit challenging. It just depends on the situation, really. But with that said, I'm getting sort of like a mermaid energy. There's a mermaid spirit here, and I feel to say that that is because of it's a lot to do with your freedom of expression, freedom to be yourself, without worrying about judgment from other people. I feel as though there's a mystery about the merman energy, right? And so maybe you're keeping quiet about some things. You're not really willing to reveal or expose too much right now. You just sort of want the peace and privacy that peace and privacy has to offer, you know? So you're not really wanting to reveal too much. That's the thing. Because there's some breakthrough about to happen for you. It's sort of like, you know, when you see like a dinosaur egg in like the movies, and you're like, oh, you know, that thing can't possibly end up being this huge beast, this extremely large dragon, but it actually does indeed end up an extremely large being. So it's like some potential energy that's like waiting to erupt, and you're not quite getting it yet. You're not seeing the results of that thing hatching, that idea coming through, but it's going to end up a huge, big deal. It may be quite influential as well, and I think that's why part of what I said earlier, reading your plate, is why you're so antsy and nervous for answers, because you just want to, you have a feeling, it's like you have a feeling that this is going to be big, but you want to know for sure, like you just want that confirmation, extra confirmation. And I think this is why you've kind of let go of people that no longer serve you. I feel like you've sort of decided, okay, I'm not gonna be around those energies anymore because they can't be in my future. excuse me, and I always say this, not everyone is meant to be in your future, and this is why they have to leave your life, whether through passing, whether through breakup, whether through blocking each other because you got angry with each other, or just loss of interest. You know, sometimes you get bored and you just move on. It's not serving you, it's not exciting you anymore, you know. I don't always agree with cutting people off just because you're bored, you know. Sometimes, you know, every relationship hits its stagnant point. No one is perfect, but especially when two parties are involved. But there's a reason, you know, deep down. I see a serpent here, though. Be careful of someone trying to sneak up on you. Be sly and slick. It's giving me, in a weird way, I hear December, but it could also be June. But it could also be like now. So maybe it's like a trio of repetition in your life where maybe snake crosses your path. I actually see a couple of serpents here. A couple sneaky people, sneaky energies trying to manipulate you or take advantage or change your perception of them, even though they're bad people. You know, sometimes the problem is the person you're talking to is just a bad person. And sometimes it takes you a while to figure that out, like, oh, you're actually a really crappy person. You know, sometimes it's just, we're blinded by beauty, we're blinded by love, and we don't see that. And then we realize, like, oh, they're just a bad person in general. So, there's a lot more bad people out there than you may think, by the way. I think your mind wanders a lot in the coming months, especially in August. I see the month of August with this. I spilled my coconut water on me. Oops. In my culture, that's usually a good sign. But I also kind of see, like, throughout the year, like, you just sort of letting your thoughts flow, reflection. If you're worried about any mental health acting up, I don't see that happening. I sort of see things getting better for you. I'm trying to see if there's anything else coming through here. You may be praying more, you may be really having more faith during this period of time. Again, I feel like the November event, it kind of brings about that into January, like you're sort of believing in something greater now after it. It kind of scares you a little bit into, like, okay, you know, it's not just me, like there's something bigger than just myself, you know what I mean? It's something like that. It's hard to explain. But I'm not seeing much else here. So I think I'm going to move on into the next cup, okay? Alright, where did I put that? So, what else is going on here? I may switch to soft-spoken because sometimes it's hard for me to whisper a long period of time. So let's read the plate here. I see like a dog wagging its tail, very happy, very joyous. Excuse me. Happy to see you. I don't know if you're getting a new dog, but dog is really like about loyalty, companionship. You know, they love you no matter what. So maybe if you're worried, you know, just know and be grateful that there's always someone by your side, even your spiritual team, your spiritual guides, right? They're always going to be there to sort of back you up. I'm not seeing much else, really and truly, so let's move on. Okay, so here's your coffee cup. Pause, reflect, anything that really pulls you in, anything catches your attention, or just a feeling. And we shall begin. So, well, eyes on you is the first thing I'm noticing is like someone really peering intentionally at you, like, oh my gosh, they're like gazing into your soul. And they just know you. It's not in a creepy way. It's just like, they're sort of like, wow, like, they know you, they get you, and they may not be communicative much with you. They just sort of understand you in a higher level. It's a woman here. It's a woman energy. There's a couple of them, actually. They feel like spiritual entities of sorts, not bad. They're just very curious about you. They're watching you. Could even be alienic beings. Like, I don't know if you see that. There's clearly like 2 eyes here and then 2 eyes here. Like, they're really gazing. And this one clearly has a face. Almost looks like a mantid being. So that's very interesting. They really are so enamored by you. They just want to get to know you as a human more, I feel. And you're doing some things right now. You're working on stuff that's sort of, I don't know if you work with technology, computers, or I don't know, I hear collection or collect things maybe, I don't know. But you just sort of are like obsessed in a field or category of your life, and they're curious about what you're doing technologically, specifically what you're working on the computer. Like, there's something about you. I do believe that like alien beings study each of us for different reasons, and for you specifically the reason is tech. Like, maybe that's a field you went in, or it's something with what you're doing on the computer. Again, whatever, anyone's watching it, only if it resonates with you, that's the message for you. Okay. So, as someone who's not so sure how they feel about you, whether they're happy to be you in their life, or they're just sort of like, maybe you hear some things they say and it sounds cray cray, and you're like, okay, like, I'll just move on. You're kind of like maybe creeped out by them or something, I don't know. But it's like, you know, a person's either bat crazy or not, you know. So I don't know, you're not really sure what vibe you're picking up on, or if they passed the vibe check with you. This month something is just a big fall off, like something just didn't work out. Something started great and then just went to crap. That same energy might follow through August, September onwards. It gradually gets better. October, it's back to normal flow. I just feel like there's a cutoff. It feels economically too, universally. It feels like July, August, September, not so great months in economy. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Talk to your financial advisor for financial advice. Okay? But it just sort of feels like that, you know? It's like a cutoff, like you're getting cut off. It's like a leader just says, you're getting cut off, no more. That's it. And then everyone else has to suffer because this leader decided to be scissor happy. Like, they just cut a country off from resources or something. Or I think I know what this is, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard to say. It might have to do with I mostly see it has to do with land transport than sea transport. But it does look like a large body of water, so it could be sea as well. Sea and land, maybe. Both. Someone gets cut off here, and everyone else suffers as a result. It's almost like there's no growth until October. And then, oh, that makes sense. October, November, is that not the time with like elections and stuff? So, yeah, of course, they're gonna, want to try to up your grades. Chest pump right before they get picked again, let's say, or something like that. So it's like, it's like they're trying to, like, just ignore that lack of growth in the last quarter. Like, that didn't happen, LOL. Like, that was just a bump. We all have bumps. Yeah. So, but I feel like this cutoff is like devastating. It's like a permanent black hole. And there's no growth again after that. It's like, let me show you a perfect example of what's happening now, okay? Let's start here, right? Let me zoom out a bit. Let's start here. We were here at one point. Imagine this is like stocks too. They fall, and then they fall, and then they fall. And then it goes up a little like that. And then they're pointing out like, look how much we went up. But you're not seeing how much you fell since. That's what's happening right now as we speak. Okay? So don't be played a fool. Don't be played like a fiddle. So this is bad. This is very grave. This is a permanent loss. It's not coming back after this, is what I'm picking up in the spiritual realm. So let's put our thumb imprint down. Yeah, there's not much happening. It's kind of like dead space. Jobs might be hard to come by in the next few months as well. Again, September for you specifically, Jonathan and Poopsies, I feel like is a more abundant growth period of time. Okay, so don't lose hope if, July was crap, August is crap, September I think is where it's at. Okay, is the sweet spot. August, I feel for some people, I don't know, I hear Leos, fire signs in general. August might be a better time. I mean, it is Leo's month. Or, maybe if you're like an August Virgo, might be more abundant for you. I don't know if there's like spiritual attachments in your house or something. There's something like touching you or like tickling you, How you know this is whenever you're trying to get some rest, go to sleep, and it always feels like something's touching you or tickling you. You need to cleanse the energy in that space. You just feel a presence. There's a lot of spiritual energy and presence connecting with you right now as we speak. And so you might be beginning to be more sensitive to that or picking up more of that frequency energy. Don't deny your gift. Don't think you're needing to be, like institutionalized or something. Like, just trust that you are experiencing what you are experiencing for a higher reason. Everything has its higher purpose, and don't freak out, okay? So you may start to experience things that others don't, and that's part of your ascension upgrades. You might want to work with some crystals to kind of help ground you during that as well. There's someone trying to reach out after a long time and pretend like, oh, you guys didn't talk for a long time. Like, they almost pretend like that didn't happen. Don't let them get away with it. They're going to be like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just going to ignore that we haven't spoken in 4 years and I blocked you. But hey, how you doing anyway? Nope. Why are you reaching out to me after all this time? What is the point? Right? Are you trying to, use me for something again? Or what is the point? So don't fall for this schemes. even though you're going through a lot, I saw a lot of messages come through today. I feel to say it's somehow, I don't know, I get a letter M with that, like first name, last name, middle initial, starting with the letter M. Who has an influencer say with what happens to you and how things happen, even a boss, even a mother figure, father figure, a lot of times without realizing the parent has a say, no matter how old we are too, they have a huge influence in our life too, in a funny way. So whether we like it or not, no matter how independent you are, a lot of our decisions are based on family at the end of the day. Or if you're the mother or the father, and you're thinking about your offspring, someone out there, but yeah, there's something here with swelling. Be careful of that. Be careful swelling of the joints, muscles for men, the part down there, what they call, the sac. Be careful with that. The neck, the thyroid, swelling. Like, I almost feel like there's like a fluid buildup, and then he's draining. Even like boxers who have like popcorn here, like be careful of swelling. Even pimples, things that can swell, anything that can swell. And the belly, anything that swells, right? Or bloats. Including the intestines. So be careful and mindful of just that. I don't really have advice for that. It's just something I see. Take preventive measures for, like, if your legs swell on planes, use compression socks. Like, there's always something you can do for a problem. Pimple, use a face mask. I don't know, whatever. Toothpaste. Your stomach, make sure you're eating less gassy foods. The things that can trigger that. For some, not medical advice, talk to your physician for medical advice, but you may need supplementation to kind of give you what you need while you're cutting off other things. Because people think, I'm going to go on a diet. Then you're horribly malnutritious in a certain vitamin. So be mindful just not to cut things off just because you're scared of a health problem. Supplement it back some other way so your body can make up for the loss. Not medical advice, of course. Entertainment purposes only. Again, I'm seeing sort of this like dragon symbology. I don't know if like mythical beings are your thing or they really are connecting with you more. But it's sort of majestic and magnetic. It's like, but I'm also seeing a lady at the same time with long billowing hair. Like it just blows in the wind. And it could be somebody that like you admire from afar. It feels like a teacher. It feels like somebody that taught you. It's like a shorter woman, but they have very long hair. Like brown hair specifically. And it's like they were the reason you got into this hobby or that craft, trade, or skill or something. Inspired you and started your journey, or it was like a very happy time in your life and you're reminiscing and feeling nostalgia for that, and you're thinking about those experiences then. So we've pretty much come to a close in this reading. Any final thoughts, words, guidance, wisdom, advice, any final messages for Jonathan and my poopsies? No, they're just saying get ready for the great stir up, the great shake up this year. It feels like this year is really going to shake things up. November is going to be a very interesting time. I think it will trigger a lot of people. It'll stir a lot of emotions in people. I see kind of excitement, but I also see like disappointment. So maybe some people will be excited with the results. Other half will be gravely disappointed. So it's sort of like what you make of it, what you choose to make of this experience overall. Because there's always seems like there's that one half that goes, aye, and the other half that goes, nay, right? Like, so be okay with being the nay. Be okay with being the aye sometimes too. It always flips. This could mean, like, I don't know, I hear, maybe this could mean major decisions, maybe something to do with Supreme Court or something like that, just major decisions. That ultimately end up being deciding the fates of humanity. It's long term it feels good, short term it feels not good. It feels like it might disappoint a lot of people in the short haul, the long haul. It's somehow for the greater good. I can't explain why. It almost feels like 10% of people are excited about the changes right now because they can see the long-term implication of things. Not all of them, but whatever happens now creates a ripple effect for later. Do you know what I mean? Even though it sucks now. Like, everything sucks now. Do you know what I mean? But does it? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's also good things too, so you have to take that into account as well. So try not to base your decisions, is what I'm trying to say, on what one person, one leader or ruler says or does, or like, you know, you have to move on and live your life at the end of the day too. You can't let someone's ruling stop you from, you know, if you really don't like it, you just move. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like that. There's spirit saying, like, there's always a way out. You don't have to sit and, like, the people that don't want to be ruled by an emperor, they leave, you know, and that creates, that itself speaks volumes. That shows, like, you know, that creates suffering in any nation over a long period of time. If enough people leave, there's not enough economic stimulation. So, you know, it's like take your money elsewhere type of vibe. So there's always a solution. Even sometimes running is the answer. So if this has something to do with a ruling that is very disappointing for you, then that's what I'm picking up on right now in the spirit realm, okay? But it will happen. There will be a decision or a ruling. It's not going to be canceled. It's not like there will be a decision made this November. Don't know what it is, but again, it's giving me kind of like, it feels right, but it feels wrong at the same time. Like it may mess things up for some people. Others will benefit. It's always been that way, no matter what decision is being made. Life's always been that way. So some suffer, some gain, and then the tables turn, and those who suffered gain, those who gained suffer. The roles will reverse until, I guess, we're here on this planet. And that's so that everyone can learn as much as possible in their soul experience. We're supposed to go through that dichotomy so that everyone can gain and learn something from the pain, you know? Because you're not here for a ruling, you're here for the experience. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, deep down, if you're really tapping into it, you know. And it goes even beyond that, but I only have so much video feed to explain. But thank you guys. I love you all so much. And use coupon code 22 for 20% off any future readings, healings, or custom ASMR. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Be well. Stay safe out there. And have a blessed rest of your evening.